Hey everybody, welcome back to D&M Motorsports. Today we're spending some time with a car that helped define the term supercar. This is a 1991 Ferrari Testarossa. Up front here is the trunk. Obviously with the engine being in the rear, you got the storage up here, but this is beautiful up here. All original. You can see you got the original PPG sticker here for the paint color, but everything looks fantastic. It's all carpeted the way it came from the factory, and it's actually a little bit roomier than I would have expected. Now I've seen this before, but I'm actually looking at it thinking like, wow, Dave, we could probably get a huge camera case in here, right?
Probably.
Yeah, probably. But it is stunning. And then below the floorboard, here's a nice little surprise. Something I would expect of a 9,000 mile car is an untouched spare tire, even strapped in with its leather strap. Now behind you is a 4.9 liter flat 12 engine. This car makes 381 horsepower in North American spec here, but again, a stock car. Solid, clean, 9,000 miles, everything is literally perfectly intact, and we did have a chance to drive it, and we're going to get a taste of that. Here's where the car gets its characteristic namesake from the red heads on the valve covers, as you can see right there. But the whole deck lid, everything's spectacular. You got the catalyst tag here that shows it's a 49 state vehicle, not for sale in California. Inside the Testarossa is like a time warp. Yes, it sits low, but it's actually really comfortable to get into. And once you get inside of the car, it's pretty minimalist. You've got the thick wheel here that sits in front of you. It is a fixed position. 5-speed gated shifter. Got a CD player under the radio cover here. Air conditioning that works, and these motorized belts, which whether you like them, doesn't matter. It's a 1991 Ferrari Testarossa, you're stuck with them. But the interior is really in stunning condition. It's tan with what they call tobacco highlight here. And of course, if you hit the little prancing horse here, you get a pretty cool sound. Typical Ferrari horn. Back in the 1980s, I would have traded a limb just to have a ride in a Ferrari Testarossa. As an eager third grader, I had the die-cast model, Matchbox toy car, and even the coordinating lunchbox. You see, cars have been a bit of an obsession for me pretty much throughout my whole life. Today I'm going to actually get behind the wheel of this Ferrari Testarossa. The keys are in my pocket, and I actually have a chance to drive this Ferrari Testarossa. I know I often have the chance to drive a lot of amazing machines, but this is like having a lunch with your lifelong idol. This particular Ferrari Testarossa is a 1991 model, the last year of its original configuration. Finished in Ferrari white over tan leather, this car's covered only 9,000 miles in its lifetime, and the condition tells the tale. Up close, the exterior is phenomenal. This car spent its life in the desert Southwest, so it's never seen a brutal Midwest winter. Everything on the car is stock as it came from the factory. The front end is nearly perfect, and the pop-up headlamps work like new. All the exterior lights work, as do the power windows, wipers, and horn. In the wheel department, the factory 16-inch wheels are in excellent condition, wearing Michelin Pilot Sport tires. Behind the passengers lies the Testarossa's namesake, the 4.9-liter redhead flat 12-cylinder engine. In Italian, Testarossa translates as redhead, appropriately named for the color of the cylinder head covers. A flat engine configuration puts the pistons at a horizontally opposed angle, as if they punch back and forth at each other. That's why another common term for a flat engine is boxer. The flat configuration also benefits from a low center of gravity, an important characteristic in a world-class sports car. From the factory, the North American cars were rated at 381 horsepower. Controlling that power is Ferrari's 5-speed transmission in the traditional gated shifter. Some may call it archaic, but the feeling of clicking through the gates is a part of the Testarossa experience. All synchros engage smoothly, the clutch feels very healthy, and with light effort, it's easy to live with day to day. Do the research, these are very reliable cars when they're properly cared for. Inside, it's a world of Italian leather. It's not necessarily outfitted with today's cutting-edge technologies, but you have all your necessities at hand. The leather seats look great, and everything, including the air conditioning, is functional. In '91, auto seatbelts were a federal mandate, and they work like new in this car. Power windows and power locks are here as well. A CD player was added to the interior, as these cars didn't have a radio when they left the factory. The only wear to the car that we have chosen not to recondition is the radio door cover. A common occurrence, especially in a warm climate. The leather on the dash has shrunk a bit, leaving the radio cover somewhat compromised. However, to spend time in this car is to truly understand it. It's not so much a sports car as it is a grand tourer. It's so comfortable that you could drive this car cross country in great comfort. But if you did, I'd be pretty jealous. Well, behind the wheel of one of my all-time favorite cars, the Ferrari Testarossa. This is a 91, which was actually the last year of the first generation Testarossa, because as in 92 they went to the Ferrari 512 TR, which was really not a much different car, just kind of different styling, a little bit more horsepower. But flat 12 engine was just amazing, and it's super smooth. I mean, knowing that flat configuration makes it smooth, but I find myself shifting up at like 2,000 RPMs because it's so powerful. On the bottom end, it just feels like you're going a lot faster, but I'm like, oh, I should probably wind it up a little bit more. It feels like brand new. This is how solid it is. There's no squeaks, rattles. We're not even on the smoothest of roads, and it rides really smooth. Power it's not peaky at all. You know, a not well cared for car will not always deliver power very smoothly, but a one-owner car, less than 10,000 miles from Arizona, I mean, that's the right car. It's smooth, it's comfortable, it's fun, it looks amazing. You never want to shift up. I'll go into fourth, even as we're going a pretty good clip. It's a really hot day in Chicago today, too, and we could put the air on, but I really just want to listen to this motor. The oil temp is so low right now, it's under 200 degrees. Coolant, everything is right where it should be. I'm gonna get on the highway here. I'm not gonna hustle this car. I mean, it really is a stock car. But don't let the power delivery fool you. It's still really fast. And you don't have power steering in this car, which I think today's buyers would go, what do you mean no power steering? You don't need it. Look, I'm not putting that much effort into it. I can still hit an off-ramp with one arm, but here. Second gear, here we go. Clutch takes up great. There's only so many times in life you get to do that, and I'm hoping that was not the last. We're cruising on the highway, going, highway speed, and I gotta say it's like gotta be brand new. I mean, I don't know how this car could have driven any differently when it was brand new. It's smooth, it's quiet, and dare I even say it actually rides soft. Think of how much drama there isn't going on in this car right now, especially for a 20-year-old car and a car that's engineered to go close to 200 miles an hour. But it's got long legs, it's comfy, this Italian leather is pretty amazing. And it's really an experience just to drive this. I mean, I really do think that the Ferrari Testarossa and the Lamborghini Countach essentially coined the phrase exotic, meaning these kind of define what an exotic car is. It doesn't look like anything else. It looks different from every angle. But the difference between this and the Countach is you can drive this car. Lamborghini Countach is like a death sentence. This one's amazing. For any reason I run into, 70 grand in the next week or so, I might consider really taking this off the market and keeping it for myself, because it's not often that I fall in love with something like this, and I really do have to say that's what this is. This thing's amazing. I love it. Come on, with less than 10,000 miles, where can you find a better deal on a Testarossa? Plus, we've taken the steps to ensure that this is one of the highest quality Ferrari Testarossas on the market today. This car is gorgeous and ready to go home with a new owner. For more details, including over 80 high-resolution pictures of this stunning Testarossa, you can visit us online at dmautoSales.com.